Special guest in studio joining us right now at Trib Live Radio. Josh Taylor here inside the Trib Live Radio studios. Very special guest joining us. She's been in town already this week. She is being featured at Blush on 9th Street downtown all weekend long. Her name is Kendra Lust. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, thanks for having me.
All right, Kendra, now I got to ask you this question. The first question I usually ask everybody that's come in, and I mean, we have a lot of guests that come in, a lot of ladies that, come in to visit the city. How many times have you been to Pittsburgh?
Oh, this is my first time.
Really?
Yes,
first
I
time
know.
To Pittsburgh.
I'm sad because, I know you have a Steelers hat on and
I
big
do.
football hockey town, but I like watching the Steelers play.
Oh.
So, yeah, I like football. So
See, our viewers and our listeners are going to love you already.
Oh, well, see, the thing is I don't have as much time. I see you guys have it playing. To follow it, but I love watching, I like going to the games, and I understand it a bit. So,
All right, so let's let our listeners find out where are you from originally.
well, I'm from the city of Detroit, and I still live there. And I don't plan on moving anytime soon. I like the cold weather. I like skiing. I think I like more drinking in the lodge, watching the people ski. But
You're more like me. That's what I do.
I just drink. Okay, I'll go down the bunny hill or whatever.
Exactly. And usually then it ends up badly for me. So I try to avoid that. Just stay in the lodge and drink. It's easier.
Me too. So, but yeah, I love, that's where my family is. That's where my friends are. And I know I do a lot of workouts, outside of the state, but that's where my heart is. So I'm staying there.
I got to ask you this because you're from Michigan. This is a big question. Michigan or Michigan State? Which one?
I know. Well, okay. I don't know too much about it, but I know the coach from Michigan right now really sucks balls. So I'm sorry. I don't know if I should say that, but yeah, it's pathetic. So, I have family that went to U of M, so I am a U of M fan. However, right now they're struggling. So
Fair enough. You're amazing blue girl.
that's right.
All right. Well, let's get down to brass tacks and a little bit more recent information. Now, I did some research. I do my research from time to time.
I like it. A boy that does his homework.
And I didn't do a lot in school, but I'm doing more research now, more homework now than I was in school. It's weird. It's backwards.
I know, right?
But what I've discovered is that you've been nominated for quite a few awards recently. So kind of explain that to us. I'm
really flattered. I don't. I'll read through them on Twitter, but I don't know exactly all the awards. I'm really about my fans, and I like connecting with them. I mean, an award would be great. I'm not going to lie, but ultimately it doesn't kind of define my career. But anyway, so it's cool. MILF of the Year, nominated for XBiz and AVN, and I don't know, some fan awards. So it's cool. I think I get more excited about the fan awards than I do the actual AVN, because ultimately it's all subjective, it's and there's a lot that goes into it, but it's cool. So I'll sum it up.
I imagine, it's not necessarily about the achievement. It's more or less about the appreciation. Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's really fucking cool. Oh, sorry, the F-bomb. I'm not supposed to say that. Shoot, sorry, really cool. Sorry. And Brian warned me. He goes, just, be careful. Don't slip up.
We survived through worse. It's okay. All right, let me ask you this question, because you mentioned, about your appreciation for your fans. I see you're really active on social media. You're on Twitter a lot of retweets and interacting with fans.
Yes.
What's that like on a daily basis?
Oh, it's busy. I tweet a heck of a lot, but for me, that's how I kind of got started. I was this girl from Michigan that nobody knew, and I started a Twitter and webcam for a few months, and then I guess I realized then the importance of kind of connecting and networking and doing that. And I think the fans think it's cool. I mean, there's a girl or, somebody that you watch and you think's pretty hot or whatever, and they respond back. I mean, it's cool. It makes them feel like they're a part of what you're doing, and, it's fun. So I love it.
Now, you mentioned that you have a webcam and everything. Mm-hmm. If you can kind of break down, how did the timeline go around you getting into the business, and how did things get to this point? Where did Kendra Lust start from point A and then get to point B right now? I started in March. I guess let me backtrack. I started webcamming in November or December of 2011, and it was kind of cool. It was kind of a way to make extra money, and I liked it. I liked being in front of the camera. And one of the guys in my room had said, would you ever be interested in doing, doing porn? And I thought, well, how the heck? I don't know anything about it. I watch it. I love it. But I never really thought that I could do it. And
I did my research too, and got some photos done and sent them out to a lot of the companies. And I basically was relentless. I was telling the directors, you just have to give me a shot. So I did it the old-fashioned way, like kind of how the girls did it back in the day. Except I wasn't discovered. I was hoping that they would, kind of like what they saw. And I shot my first scene March 2012. So yeah, so it's just kind of like I was kind of pestering the industry, like, you got to give me a chance. So
kicking the door down.
I was like, come on, So I went out to LA. I didn't know anybody. I mean, I didn't have an agent, and just did my own thing. So, and then realized, like, okay, there's a lot more companies than the main ones that I watch. So got an agent a couple months after, and just been doing my thing.
And 2 years later, nominated for awards. And
yeah, I was nominated. Going
all over the country and everything.
Yeah, I know. I'm hoping to get to Chile to feature dance with the club down there, Platinum Chile. Has contacted me. They've only had one other feature from the United States, and which was Jessie Jane, and she's awesome. And it looks like a beautiful club, so I could get a little vacation.
Sounds like a beautiful place too. How many people get to go to South America?
I know, right? And look at all those beautiful women and these Chilean men.
I'm telling you, it's just beautiful people all together. You can just sit around. That's the best kind of people watching, I would think, in South America, wouldn't it?
There's no such thing as bad people watching.
You got me there.
I'm serious, because you see some crazy stuff. I could just sit back like Kermit the Frog, drink my iced tea, and watch people all day.
It's the best source of free entertainment, right?
It's true.
Perfect.
It's true.
Now, you mentioned featured dancing, and you talked about how you've been involved, in adult entertainment for a couple years. What about featured dancing? How long have you been doing that, and what's your take on that so far? I started that about a year, maybe year and a half ago, maybe about a year after I got into the industry, and a couple of people said, oh, you're not ready, and, you need this and you need that, and really tried to kind of give me some bad advice. But, I take everything with a grain of salt. But I thought, what the heck do I have to lose? Like, if a club wants to book me and I have a chance to, like, go to a city where I don't know fans and I can connect with fans and just have a good time, that's what I'm going to do. Hey, there's a lot of people in the business that are doing that are actually moving around. A lot of ladies doing shows and getting across the country. And some have really huge followings, especially that come through Pittsburgh a lot. You hear a lot of big names that come through on a regular basis. So it's a good way to get your name out there.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm still, like, I am in no way, shape, or form ready to stop getting my name out there. I mean, I think some people just kind of reach a certain status and they feel like, oh, well, there's a ton of people, millions and millions of people that don't know me. So I'm going to keep at it.
What's that been like, that experience of getting the tour around the country and being on the road and meeting people, probably a lot of flights and a lot of cab rides and a lot of people with names you don't remember?
Right.
What's that experience like?
For me, it's really cool to be able to do that. And the traveling is awesome. I like to see new places, and I try to take an extra day to kind of see the cities. And I did I don't even want to go there, but anyway, like I did like a 5-hour bike ride. I was like, what am I thinking? I have to feature dance tonight. But anyway, it was fun when I was in San Francisco. But I like it. The traveling sometimes gets a little grueling, I mean, the jet lag and stuff like that. But, it comes with the territory. I'm not going to complain. You do what you got to do and have fun with it.
Well, you mentioned that you do a lot of work in LA as far as your film work's concerned. Now I got to ask you this question, because you're touring around the country, feature dancing, you're doing work in LA, but you live in Detroit. Yeah. How do you kind of divvy up your schedule? What's the percentages of time you're at home, time you're out in LA working, and time you're traveling on the road?
That's a good question. Sometimes I wonder, what the heck am I doing? For me, it's a balance. I try to limit myself to shooting like 7 days a month, and then, maybe feature dance once a month maybe, or every other month. So it just kind of depends, because there's other projects that I've been working on. I have this thing, it's like a mainstream it's called Fap Wraps, which is really cool. So it's like PG rated stickers that for game boxes and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool. So I'm also working on another thing. It's called The Perfect Stroker, and you'll hear more about that. So I've got other projects that I'm trying to kind of like coordinate in between. So I would say, maybe 25 to 40%. I don't even know if that's the right, but about that. I'm on the road. The rest I'm home. So I like that.
All about balance, right?
It is, because if, I'm seriously, if I don't have balance and my coffee, I'm not happy. And I haven't had my damn coffee.
You haven't had coffee yet?
I know. I'm looking at Brian thinking, we're going to have to stop for coffee, treat.
You have to. I mean, it just from my schedule alone, for bouncing around so much, if I don't have coffee, my day's shot. So I can only imagine at this part of the day what you're going through right now. So
yeah.
We could talk coffee for days, though, right? We don't need to go that route, do we?
No, hell no.
Well, if you ever get a chance, if you get a chance to stop by Blush this weekend, 9th Street downtown, Kendra Luss will be there all weekend long. Well, not all weekend, because obviously you got to sleep a little bit. She's got to get her coffee, so she won't be there the entire time.
Yeah.
But while you're there, either tonight or tomorrow night, stop by, say hi, buy her a latte, will you? Kendra Luss, she deserves it.
Thank you.
Josh Taylor, Trib Live Radio.